Hello, guys and gals, animal friends, and spirit pals, of course, and as always, welcome and welcome back to Spirit Whisperer channel. Pardon me while I forgot to light my sage. It's resisting. Happy Saturday! I can't believe it's already another Saturday, and it's January the 11th. Lord of mercy, the time. It's like we're in a time whirl or something. It's very weird. Ooh, this immediately makes me feel good. The good old sage. White sage. Kind of makes the energy just immediately more calm and clear. Love it. All righty then. Enough of that, Mark. How's everybody doing? I love you guys. Hope you're all hanging in there. No, it's not the easiest time, perhaps, maybe, to be on this fine planet of ours here in this country in particular. It's been a little bit aggravating. But you know what? We got each other. And together, wherever we go, we may not go far, but sure as a star. Yep. That's what we got to remember. We're together. We're going to hang in there together and support each other. Keep love alive. All right, let's say, before I get to saying a couple hellos, let me do a little bit of beeswax. First of all, you guys, thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I love you, love you, love you. I love you just as much as my old subscribers. Old being they subscribed before you. Nothing to do with their fine ages. Appreciate it, all you guys, a lot. Love it. You're so nice to me, so kind to me. How can I ever repay you? It's hard. So I do appreciate that. I want to remind you that in every single video, whether it's live or taped, there's always a description box underneath it. And in that description box, every single time, it has info. But it also always has an email address. If you needed to send me an email, that's always listed there. That's also how, in case you were interested in a private reading, you need to email me using that email address, and I'll send you that information. Also in that box, there's always my PayPal link. That's the only way you can send me money if you'd like to ever tip me. Because this channel's not monetized. And I don't know about that. I've been thinking about it, but the only thing about monetization is then half of anything you send me goes to YouTube. And then they begin to get a lot more in your business and want to start telling you what to do and what not to do and all that. It gets to be a lot more working for the man. And I kind of just so far, I've just enjoyed not doing that. So that's why I don't have those little buttons and things, because I am not monetized at this point. That also is why I don't have any commercials or anything on my channel. All right, but I do want to give some well-deserved shout-outs to some of you lovely new subscribers who were so kind and did go down and find the PayPal link. And that takes a lot of time and effort, and I love it and appreciate it. And you sent me a little money for coffee or this or that. So Brandon Peter Timberlake, thank you very much. Big kisses. Susan Morganson, thank you very much. Thank you for a nice New Year's tip. Linda Kelser, you were so very generous and kind. Thank you very much, sweetie. I love you. I know you've been here a long time. Thank you. Teresa Icard. Thank you, Teresa. Very generous and kind of you. Joy Finnegan. Also sweet and kind and generous. I love you, love you, love you. Sally Chafin, love you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Got quite a few very sweet New Year's tips, and you were so kind, all of you guys. Lena Poteet, thank you, my dear. Karen Conroy, thank you, my sweetie. Let's see, a couple of these were for readings. I'm not going to spill their laundry in front of you. Cara Phil, I hope I didn't butcher that. Thank you very much. And Lori Lee Hotchkiss. That was quite a mouthful today. Thank you, guys. I love you very much. I love you guys and all the many ways you support me. Like when you push that ding dang like button, when you subscribe, that's free. Don't cost nothing. It just helps the channel, as does pushing the like button. When you leave comments, when you participate, support each other in the comments. I love all that. You guys are great. Okay. Is that all my things I wanted to tell you? I think so. So today is Ask Anything Day, so you can put questions in about anything. We want to welcome and thank Miss Mims, as always, moderating and helping me get the questions. And also Gina, helping out as always, moderating from Merry-Old, England. Miss Mims is from Merry-Old, Northwest America. Okay, let's say a couple quick howdy do's, and then we're going to jump into these here questions. JC, hi. Connie Ashcraft, love it. Marine D'Amico, echo in this whisper. Angie P. Oh, I'm not going to be able to say it. I want to kind of say peapot, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. Pepiot. Telltale Tarot recommended me on his channel. Oh, wasn't that nice? Telltale Tarot. Is that cute guy from England? Is that his channel name? Anyway, thank you, Telltale. That's very sweet of you. Brenda Murphy, Sandy Novak. I see some new people here in the comments. I think Sandy's new. They are Narcissus. Janice Allen, Cicero, Suzanne G. I'm just scrolling past all your questions because Mims has done that for me. And I'll get to them when we get to them. Joyful Journey. They'll be surprising. Wiki. Level up, lady. Level up, lady. Level up. Kentucky Buck. Hi, Kentucky Buck. Are you here in Kentucky? Kentucky Buck. Who else? Anonymous. Hi, Anonymous. You could be anybody. Clem Cadiddle Hopper. Well, long time no see. Who remembers Clem Cadiddle Hopper as a name? Okay, I think you have to be elderly, like me. Hi, Christine Thomas. Hi, Dylan Ray. That's a good question, Dylan Ray. It was short and sweet, and I could just get it in a glance. Hi, Christine R. Sarah Glantz from Minnesota, from St. Paul, Minnesota. Hi, Sarah. So glad you're here. Viviani's here. Listening to Madonna, like a virgin. Whoa! Hello. A few weeks ago, unfortunately, I had to let her go on December. Thank you both so much for giving me the great ideas on how to support her. Oh, honey, Dawn, I'm so sorry. You're going to tear right on my Missy. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. It's so hard. I know quite a few people have lost some of their kids over the holidays. Christine also has a little update. Hi, Christine. Remember you read about me getting a job that I interviewed for? Well, they sent me an offer letter Friday. I think I remember there were two, and I thought one was coming in or something. I didn't really, but Spirit did, and they shared it with me. Thank you, dear. I love getting updates. Always like to hear it. Who else is here? Lois Hauger. I'm going to say a few more hellos. I gotta shout you guys out. I want the whole world to know these like-minded, loving people that assemble here with me on Saturdays. 252 of you. It's a lovely group. Can't you feel it? Miss Cheryl, Sarah Egan. Now I got down to some more. Carol Gornto. I'm probably butchering so many names. It warmed up just slightly today. It was 8 degrees last night, and it snowed again overnight. But it went up to 30 today. Ooh. So I thought I'd be smart, and I turned my heater off for a while, but now the house is freezing, so that was a stupid idea. So I had to put on my nice warm coat. Well, look, there's my hoo-ha sticking out. What's happening? And a few minutes ago, I was sitting in the living room with all my children. They all gathered in the living room. And all of a sudden, there's this big, giant crash. Never a good sign. And I went out, and right out here, my gutter, rain gutter, just all fell down. Full of ice, huge ice crash. It's all in pieces. The gutter, the drain pipe, all just crashed into the ground. I guess because the ice. Oh no. Couldn't be happier. I'm going to have to get a hold of Travis, get his little butt over here to fix that. But it's a big mess, and it's a big snowdrift, so I couldn't get out there and really move it today. And it's across the porch. Whatever. Tea garden chicken. Cherie. Hi, Cherie. Sandy Balch. Lots of new people. Cindy Faust. Okay. I know. You don't want me to keep reading. Hi, Melody. Melody Lamont. Hi, Cave of Wonders. Melody down there in Australia. Thanks, darling. Love you. Hi, Nancy Cornett. Hi, Jill Sananen. JC uses patchouli. We don't know what for, but she just uses it. Smell very hippie-like. Patchouli was a big scent, like in the 70s, 60s. Hi, Peg. Hope Kitty Cat's doing better. Hi, Cheap Ass Me. Hi, Paulette Little. Hi, Brady. Angela. Christy. Karen Cormier. Susan Baker. Gosh, a lot of new people. Don O'Brien. You know how I like to twirl my R's when I say your name. Astro Stephanie. River Mist Faye. Anna Grenage. M-Jag. Thank you, M-Jag. Sly One, or it could be Sly I. Good afternoon. Hi, Phoebe. Okay. Hi, Dog Lover. I had enough. So I got my girls here. Alaska's pooped. We were out there in the yard for a few minutes. Buttercup's pooped too. Let me get that off the screen and I'll show you. Where's my butter? There she is. She goes, I'm tired too. You haven't seen her in a while. She's back up in the chair where she belongs. Sean Meeser, Kentucky. Why, that's where I am, Sean. Where are you from in Kentucky? Look at that cute little bunny rabbit in your picture. Hi, Luann. Hi, Paulette. Okay, let's get to some Hi, Aries girl. Hi, Nora. Nora Garcia, new subscriber. Thank you, Nora. Appreciate it, honey. Welcome to our family here. I call us like-minded family because we believe a lot more in love than we do in hate. That's one thing. Hi, Bright Shiny Ray. How you doing? Your lovely calm energy would be nice. Liberace, J. Melissa. How dare you? Moonstone Girl. Hi, Linda. I hope you heard me say thank you to you because you were so very kind and generous. Generosity running out of your fingertips. That's right, Linda. Always time for sparkles. If I'm feeling a little down, put on some sparkles. Even if I'm not, put on some sparkles. Okay. Now I'm just going to have to jump down. I'm going to miss a lot of you, but I got to get down to where we're all on the same page. And of course, the questions are going to be very random. Illinois, because there's already like 40 questions. So, of course, guys, ain't no way we're all getting rid. But we'll do the best we can. That's all that we can ask. That's all the universe asks. Okay, thawing out in Texas. I thought Texas was going to get a little bit of a cold whip. Pan told me that. Okay, I had to just scroll past a ton of messages. And I'm still on my way, but I got to get down to the bottom. Okay. Okay, it's impossible. Wow. I love you guys all being here and all chatting and talking. But I can't get down to the bottom. Okay. Kiba, Luisa, Mousy, Sylvia, Joji. There's a lot of people that I scrolled down. And all of a sudden you're here. Julie. Okay. Before we get started on our fine and fabulous questiones, hi, Joan. Let's take a minute, guys, all together here. Anybody that wants to. Of course, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, so don't let anybody tell you you do. Oh, you're welcome, Hattie. So I want you just to, if you want to play along with me, close your eyes and let's take a couple breaths. You're just breathing to relax and let out the stress that we don't need. Now, I want you to imagine that you're looking with your eyes, like you're looking straight ahead at something with your physical eyes, but your eyes are closed. But see how that feels to look, even though your eyes aren't open, but you can still. Now I want you to put that energy up into your forehead. So now we're looking with our third eye right in the center of the forehead, up at the hairline. Put your focus up there, even like as if you were staring out of your forehead, even though your eyes are closed. Good. Now, one of the guides was going to kind of energize that third eye a little bit for all of us at the same time. It's my guide, Djwhal Khul. He's coming in. So I just want you to imagine it's like he's putting his hands on either side as if your third eye were a crystal and he's holding it. He's energizing it. Now, He's showing me a lot of blue light. So blue light right in the third eye, as if you had a crystal sitting there in your forehead. And he's filling it all up with blue light. As he does, it expands outward. He's kind of focusing it on it's sort of like your phone line to the spiritual hierarchy. That's like a team of spirit beings who are watching over the earth and watching over humanity and, working to see it progress in a positive way. They want you to stay connected to that. They do occasionally make broadcasts like, nothing to worry about, take a breath, be calm, we've got your back. They'll send out kind of waves of healing energy occasionally. Okay, good. Now, while we're in here, I just want you to imagine with me, visualize or imagine, same difference, pretend like, that you have a cord of light that goes right out the center of your head, way up above you. It can be a ray of light, a cord of light, a rope of light, a strand of light, a column of light. It's beautiful, bright white light. It goes right up above your head. It goes down through your body, right along your spine, straight down. It goes down the legs and out the soles of the feet. This white tether of light, and goes into the earth, deep, 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 connecting to source below you and source above you. You might think of that as God and Goddess, the creator in physical form and the creator in spiritual or ethereal form. But it connects to itself through you. And you always have this connection, never leaves, you're born with it. Don't break, we don't cut it, it's always there. So the energy comes flowing in through the head, lots of white light energy reminding you who you are, where you came from, what your mission here is. It's inspirational energy. Goes down through you, goes into the earth, and then it returns up through your feet. It creates this reciprocal flow. It kind of makes that 8 symbol where it blends with itself in you, and that's what really creates you. That energy that comes up through the feet is quite productive. It has all of this manifestation like energy. It wants to turn inspiration into form. That energy from above loves to feed you with inspiration. That energy from below loves to help you create it. Okay, good. And when you're feeling a little out of balance, a little stressed out, a little bit, you can just sit down for a couple minutes. Take a couple of breaths. Imagine your connective cord. Breathe it. All right, guys, there you go. Love it. Hi, Brandon. Okay. Okay. That's right. Inner vision. Okay, but now my head, I can't quite get back in my body. Okay, I'm almost back. So, guys, there's tons and tons of questions. So don't get your hopes up. Just if you get read, yay for you. And don't, anticipate it. I will, as always, I do try to pick on new people just because I'm bratty like that. Okay, let's see. Who do I want to read on first? Oh, while we're here too, let's send all of our love and energy to California. Those fires are just horrible. Oh my God. And where they're burning in those residential, oh, it's just awful. Then I saw some stuff. I don't really watch the news, but I'll get things off YouTube. And I saw where now they're thinking people started it. I saw these guys catching this guy trying to start it with like it looked like a Molotov cocktail or something. Horrifying. And what about all the stuff coming from the sky? What is going on? The drones, the UFOs, the fog, all that plastic stuff people are finding on their yards. I saw these bizarre things where that fog was, and then this hair growing out of like cat food and stuff. Oh man, what is happening? It's a lot going on, guys. Okay. Let's go with Brenda. Now, when I call your name, please say hello so I know you're here. So, Brenda Tartaglia. Tartaglia, maybe. So, Brenda. And then colorful foresight to connect from within. I'm going to try to read out two of you at once. So I'll give you some, hair growing out of cat food. It was disgusting and horrifying. And the guy was like, what is happening? Then I saw this woman that was just walking outside in the yard because they'd had that fog. And that stuff was growing out of this real long, stringy hair growing out of like dog and cat poop. Yeah, I know. It's weird. Yeah, I know the winds. Of course, we had fires the whole time I lived out there, but the way they just all went right into residential areas was a little weird. Pacific Palisades is like at the ocean. Pasadena is also a weird place to have just burnt to pieces like that. I don't know. It's very odd. Okay. Did anybody ever say hello? Now I got way away again. Back to the bottom. Brenda is here, Mark. Okay, thank you. Brenda's here. Right. Thank you. So, Brenda, here's your question on the screen. And then after Brenda, let's see if we can get somebody else to say hello. Let's go with DC Sparkle. DC Sparkle. Yeah. So, DC Sparkle, say hello if you're here. So, Brenda says, should I buy the house I live in now? I rent and have lived here for a long time. Okay, colorful foresights there. Thank you, Gina. Brenda, let's see about that. Should you buy the house? Okay. Well, I'm feeling like if the opportunity's there, is the owner wanting to sell it? I feel like you might want to jump on it. That's just what I'm hearing. But I'm going to pull some cards on it too. When I was in Los Angeles, we always rented houses because we just liked it better than apartments. That's probably because I'm empathic and I don't much like to be around tons of people a lot of the time. But in 3 different times, the landlord sold the houses out from under us. The last time, though, we bought it, and it was a good decision. So I'm going to say, especially if that's coming up, you might want to jump on it. Here's the one card to get here, Brenda. See this? I never know the numbers. 7 of coins. You know, there's all that money that you've paid in rent. And yeah, you got to live there, and that's all great. But you don't get, look, there's not much profit. This all goes to somebody else, not to you. So the biggest difference between going from renting to buying, of course, you still have a house payment and everything, but it's all yours, right? So then if you were to sell it, the profit and everything goes to you. So that is a better money-making way, especially these days because rent keeps going up and up and up. And sometimes you can get a house payment that's even less. So my energy is saying, that if this is something that's possible to do, like if the landlord is looking to do that, it'd probably be a good idea. King of Cups, it'd be satisfying. Unless you're dying to live somewhere else. It also depends on how do you like it there? Stuff like that. But you've been there for a while, you said. I get that it's a good idea. All right. And then we said, somebody else showed up. Okay, colorful foresight. Okay, colorful foresight. Okay. From my spirit on better improve how to use the dowsing rods. It's not moving. So your dowsing rods aren't moving. Sometimes I have the opposite. Mine won't stop moving. Well, I asked Pan to do it, and so he kind of overdoes it, I think, because they're just a swinging and a swagging. So take a few minutes. To take a breath and center yourself, right? You're looking with your third eye, even though you'll be watching with your eyes, but you're looking for the answer with your inner voice, your inner vision. The rods, like other forms of kinesiology, like the pendulum, all of that, all the tools, tarot, everything, it's a way for spirit to speak to you in a clearer fashion. So, you, like you said, you want to sit, connect with spirit. Now, I usually will say, are you here? So let's just try this now. Okay, see, mine just goes spinning and spanging like they won't stop. Okay, great. There you are. So could you go to neutral? Neutral, please. Pan, are you here? Go to neutral. Thank you. Can you settle? Good. Thank you very much. If you're here, can you show me a yes, please? Yes. Thank you. Um, do I have black hair, Pan? It's a simple question. Do I have black hair on top of my head? No. Okay. Thank you. Now, another thing is, I find it works better if you ask the questions out loud instead of in your head. I don't know why, but I think it does. And then after each answer, I always try to say thank you and move to the next one. So I pulled this card. It's the Three of Pentacles. So that's like just getting it, making sure you're in your team, right? And then when you're doing it, you're looking from a not knowing. Like, you don't want to tell the rods what the answer is. You want the rods to tell you. So that means you try to stay neutral, and you don't try to influence the answer with what you want it to be, right? So you want to try to stay neutral. Now, you'll notice me, I'll say go neutral. That's not neutral. That's because I moved my hands. So show me neutral, please. Neutral with both, please. Yeah. So for me, neutral is like that. They're both just sticking out. For me, yes. Yes, please. Would you show me yes, Pan? It crosses inward. Thank you. And usually when I say thank you, he'll go back to neutral, or spirit will. But like I say, his energy makes them jump all around. So would you show me what a no is, please? Yeah, and it swings away from itself. He overdoes it. It's a big swing. So you can ask those kinds of questions at first to see if they'll move just in a yes or no. You can also say, is spirit here working with me? My spirit guide, I said Pan, but ask whoever it is and see if you get a yes or no. Keep practicing. It is not moving. So you let spirit will move them. Keep trying. Just keep practicing and playing. And ask some questions that you know the answer to right in the beginning. I'm pretty sure my hair is not black. Those kind of questions. Are you asking for, if nothing else, kind of be specific about who you want to work the rods? So I would, if you don't have another energy, say your higher self. So be a little more specific. I'd like an angel, an ancestor, but ask for a specific energy. See if that helps. All righty. Now, who did I say after that? I said DC Sparkle. Did they say hello? Yes, DC Sparkle's here. Okay. After that, I'm going to go to Claudia Sherman. DC Sparkle says, it's about me. How did you learn to read the tarot card so well? And what was your first deck? Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm the best example of tarot card reading. Hi, DC. So back before I started channeling and realizing that was something I was supposed to do, I've told you guys before that, you might not have read it, but it's on the channel somewhere, that when I was real little, really, really young, I would hear voices. Hello. And I thought it felt like, to me, it was an angel, I thought, or God. I didn't really know. At that point, I was a little boy. You know, we went to church. I knew what God was, and that's what it felt like to me. I didn't know, but this was when I would be in kind of dire situations and wasn't sure if I was going to live through them. And I'd be really afraid and everything. And this voice would come in and console me. Now, in retrospect, I realized, yeah, ask for somebody specifically, Colorful Foresight, um, that was clairaudience. And so that continued to happen to me as I got older. And particularly it would, if I read anything that was, listen, so I had heard about Shirley MacLaine's book about channeling, and I read it and it really spoke to me. And plus, the guide that she wrote about, whenever it was talking, it would talk in my head at the same time and tell me stuff. And so then from that point, whenever I read anything that was channeled, the energy that wrote it would talk to me in my head. So my head would get really heavy. My eyes would close. It'd be like it just put me into a kind of a meditative state. It was very weird. Happened over and over. And then this flow would come in about whatever I was reading about. So I just wanted to tell you that. So that was happening to me. And I kept hearing that. And I didn't really know exactly what to do with it. But then I heard about tarot cards and I thought, well, let's try them, because if that will speak even more clearly, I'd like to practice it. So I got a deck of, shoot, I don't have it in here, Mother Peace cards. And they're big round ones. They're like, they have a lot of indigenous energy or Native American energy in it. I like them a lot. They have a lot of divine feminine energy. I'd already met the guide Pan, but I was trying to figure out different ways to work with it. And actually in that deck, he's mentioned in it. So I thought, oh, that's interesting that I picked this deck and there he is in it. And so I used those for a long time, but I had not really studied anything, right? Yeah, Seth was that teacher. About tarot. I didn't really know about the Rider Waite, anything like that. Even though the Mother Peace is based on the Rider Waite, it's got the same, things. But I didn't know all about that. So I just read. I didn't really know the meanings of the cards or anything. I just read intuitively. And the pictures would speak to me. So it got to the point of when I would, if I pulled a card again, that card would resonate with a certain meaning and why I pull it. So that's kind of the way I read. And so that's still the way I read. So, after that, and I used those cards for a long time. I didn't really ever change. I always used those. Then I began to channel the guides more. And I used tarot less because I could just ask and they tell me. I figured that out a lot better about how to be specific with it, right? Look at my little sweetheart back there. It says, I'm upside down and sleeping. So when we started this channel, Pan said, Mark, drag out the tarot cards and let's use those on the channel. And I was like, okay, but because I love them, but I just hadn't really been using them for readings or anything. And he said, well, you're on a visual medium and it'll be good because, you'll still be intuitively reading and you'll hear the messages, but the cards can demonstrate them in a way that maybe the viewers can get a better handle on. So I still read very intuitively and through pictures. That's why I use a lot of decks. Some people just use one deck and one deck only. And back in the day, I always just used Mother Peace. But these days, I like a lot of decks because pictures. And spirit will speak to me through picture images. Nowadays, I know the meanings of the cards, and I've studied a lot more and all that. Uh, but I don't just necessarily interpret solely from the meaning of the card. Sometimes it ain't even about the meaning at all. Sometimes it is. More often than not, it'll be the pictures that'll tell me a story. So that's why I like to switch off. And I'll just trust, I'll just get a feeling to switch decks. And I do. And then lo and behold, the same card that's in every deck, but the way it's pictured in this particular one really hits what we're reading on. And, all that's up to spirit. Um, I get that concept, but this happened overnight. It seems so quick. And there was mold, but I mean, the grass was like the hair was like this tall, and it was overnight, which was very weird, um, about that hair. Yeah, and different cards will resonate with you, and group, decks, and others won't. Sometimes I'll see a deck and I think, oh, that looks great. I think I'll really like it, and I'll get it, and for some reason it doesn't do anything for me. And sometimes I don't know it's going to be, and then I just love one that's surprising. So I think sometimes that has to do with the person who created the deck and what energy they put into it. That might be, and then sometimes it resonates with me more than others. Uh, so you just have to kind of mess around with it. Everybody reads differently. I'm pretty, and I don't see a lot. You'll notice when I'm dealing, I very rarely will deal will bring out two cards in a row. Like I won't ever go one, two. It's much more random when I read. I'll just randomly pull the card when I get the feeling to pull it. With the different decks, I'll try to pick one that I have an interest in. Like I love Christmas, so I have two really fun Christmas decks. This is called Santa's Helper, and then that other beautiful glittery one is the glitter edition of the Winter Weight. Love them. But, I have a lot of decks, and I like all of them. You just have to play around. If you're not super intuitive, then, study the cards so you get a general definition, and they'll speak to you that way. The cards have a way of learning you as you're learning the cards. That's my opinion. And they begin to present themselves in a way that you read, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the tarot figures out what will trigger me or what will tell me what direction to go with the card. I know what the card is, but which way are we going? And then, Pan or whatever guide will say, well, the interpretation goes this direction. So I'll go, because sometimes it could go either way. Yeah. Yeah, because you can go one direction or the other. Having said that, the cards can be really magical. Recently, if you've been watching some of my political readings, just the fact that the Ten of Swords has come out so many times in the spontaneous readings from multiple different decks, that's like spirit. That's beyond coincidence or chance. The same ding dang card just wouldn't come up over and over and over. When I'm switching decks, constantly shuffling, I don't know. That's spirit speaking through them. Okay. So let's move on from that. I went on too long. So Claudia's here, and we were going to do her next. Then after that, I saw you guys saying so-and-so is here. But is that because I said I was going to read for them? Okay. And then Sandy Novak, if you're still here. So, Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. And the other night, I just only pulled like a couple cards, and of course, one of them was the Ten of Swords. They won't let me get past it. Okay, I was going to read. I have to scroll through so many names. I'm sorry, guys. That's why it takes me a minute to get back to who I was going to read on. Because I have to scroll past everybody. There it is, Claudia. I know when I see it, but I have to go. So Claudia's wondering if she'll have to evacuate in the week. I'm assuming Claudia might be in Los Angeles. Hi, Claudia. I called my friends that live in Los Angeles. Also kind of wanted to check on the park and the zoo. But so far, it's not in that area. Does it look like Claudia's going to have to evacuate? LA area, yeah. My gut right off the bat is saying I don't think so. But let me pull cards. Does it look like Claudia is going to have to evacuate? Okay. Are you really close to where it's burning? Where's that new place that it's burning now? Hollywood Hills? Because it feels, I don't think they've got any of it under control. It all feels crazy. You're in the fire zone, yeah. Well, they're not giving me a complete all clear. I don't like to say it. It does feel like there's a possibility because I got the Knight of Wands. That's sort of, wands are fire. And it's, it's tackling the fire in a way. Here comes a knight to firefight it. But it came out upside down. And it also came out with the Three of Swords. And this card, the Five of Wands, which that's another like firefighting like card. But having said that, because those all look like fire right around you or something. But then King of Cups. So here's a big, if that was fire, this is water, and it's a big water, King of Cups being the outcome. So I like that better. So it feels like, but you're already in the zone. So I know you're already close, and it's close and everything, nerve-wracking. I'm going to switch decks and pull a couple more just about, because that felt like it was talking about what's going on. But I'm wondering, I kind of got, you might not have to move, but it might be all around you. Or you might move but it doesn't get your house like that. I know, honey, it's so horrible. The whole time I lived out there, the fires are the worst because they just go crazy. I know a couple times we were like right on the verge of putting all the animals in boxes at the zoo and trying to get them out of there. I don't know, honey. I wish I had a much better reading, but I feel like you might have to evacuate. These cards give me 5 of coins, which can be on the outside looking in. The 8 of swords. That's that trap kind of energy, worry. And a 10 of spears, which is kind of, burden, and fiery burden. So it's not really giving me very many, like, no, we're all free and clear. I hate that. Hopefully I'm wrong. But be ready, just in case. If you have animals and stuff, try to think what you're going to do. Because I saw those people all trying to go out at the last minute, and all that's so scary. Let me just ask my rods. Hey, Pan, could you come in here and do another rod? Would you go to neutral if you're willing, please? Thank you. We're looking for Claudia and the fires. How does it look in her? Could you settle and go to neutral? Thank you. How's it looking for her? Does it look like she might have to evacuate? That says yes, too. I'm packing my care tonight because the winds are supposed to be bad tonight. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But, yeah, let's don't jump into the worst case scenario. It just might be better safe than sorry kind of a thing, right? It's better to be away from it than right there in the middle of it. Okay, hon. Yeah, I know. Just trying to stay calm. In Thousand Oaks. If it is, it feels like it's brief, like it goes past. You might have to go for safety, just to be extra careful, but it kind of goes past and you're able to go back home. That's what I'm feeling. That it might not hit the area, but it's like they don't quite know. And so there's sort of this, you're better off if you go. We got all of our love and energy your way, honey. I know, hon. I just hate it. A lot of my girlfriends are living there too, and I just don't like it. Of course, the wind. I heard the zoo is good, but the wind has just put there's trees down all over the zoo and stuff like that, because I guess the wind is just completely out of control. Okay. Now, I read through one while ago that I wanted to look at because it was weird. And um, uh, 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 Let's see. Yep, we did. Sarah glanced. Are you still here? Because I'm moving up to the top here. Oh, I said I was going to read for Sandy. Did she ever say hi? See, I forget. Sarah's here. Did Sandy ever come in and say hi? You guys, let me know. In the meantime, we'll go for Sarah. Sarah again. Now I lost you again. Where are you? 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 I can't find your question. How did I pass it? There it is. Sarah, my cat died December 10th. He was 17 years old. Are there any messages from him for me? What's his name, Sarah? Bruno. Thank you. Oh, there's Sandy. Okay, hon, you're next. Bruno. Little Bruno passed away. So sorry for your loss, first of all. Little monk. He was 17. Little cute Bruno. Love his name. Sandy, you're next. What you doing, little buddy? Hey, Bruno. Was he your only kitty, Sarah? Yeah. Well, here we go. It's like I keep. Well, I can't be. I mean, it's just all in a row. Oh, honey, Juno, I'm so sorry. So I'm getting all these here cards. So first of all, he's in heaven. He's on the other side, and he's finding, balance. So it gives me this equilibrium. Find your balance. So he's. That's a good comment about the rods up there, Fran. So he's balancing everything out. So that you're up there, you review, you get everything, you're kind of getting rebalanced. So there's that. Now, he's already looking to paw it forward, to move forward. He's saying it's all about me, vanity. It's not about a different kitty. It's about me. I think what he's already got on his mind, maybe you said something like that to him. Like, did you say something like you can come back if you want to or something like that? Because this is what he has on his mind. He's thinking about returning. Surprise! Oh my God. I want to take my place back at the table. Um, I get this card every single time when that's the plan they're working on. Like the idea of reincarnating back with their person. So when you say how, well, the universe does it. But it's a natural thing. Animals can go through several lifetimes when we just go through one. Um, and he's talking about that, returning to you. And he doesn't really like the idea that there's no kitty cat. So I feel like, you know, he's thinking about sooner rather than later. So it will transpire. You know, the universe will do it. So you kind of let it happen. What you can do is focus your attention, your positive. Oh, you just rescued another one named Gizmo. Yeah, that's why I was wondering if there was already a kitty cat there. So you do have another kitty cat there already. Receive, accept the gift. So now that you're saying that, I'm wondering if Gizmo is that kitty. After Bruno died. Yeah, gotcha. Now, because I'm assuming that this new one's an older kitty, you rescued it. That doesn't really make any sense, make any difference though, as far as um, reincarnation goes. They can do something called a step in. I know it's weird, but it's where a soul can come into a body that another soul's already got the lesson from, but instead of starting again from an embryo, it can kind of come in then, especially if we're looking to get back to our person. This is another one of my manifestation cards that I want it to go from thought to form. You know, I want to work on it. So now I'm wondering if this is him already. And if it is, you'll start feeling like it, or there'll be some kind of behavior or something. Yeah, walk-ins. That will remind you, oh, it's a year old. Yeah, it's pretty little. There may be some behavioral thing that this new little kitty cat will do to remind you. See, the other thing was, he was like, I'm not wasting time. Like, it was like, I'm doing it quick. You know, just open your mind to that possibility and let the universe show you. If this is him. Stay with it for a few minutes. You know, keep it in your mind and look at it from that perspective. We're friends, we're buddies already. Care is there. Probably also how easily he moves in and all that kind of thing. If he acts like he already knows everything, that's another good sign of that. That's where the cards are taking me for that one. Yeah, ask the new kitty for validation. That's a good thing, Juno. Because he'll show you, but my gut's telling me Do we think this could be the same soul in this little kitty? Yes, we do, says Mr. Pan Man. This week, I just rewatched A Dog's Purpose. If you get a chance, watch that movie because it's like my life story. It's all about pet reincarnation. It's very cool. That movie tells the story a lot like what I've always taught and thought and done. And when I saw the movie the first time, I was like, oh my God, there's somebody else besides me that's going down this track. Anyway, watch that movie if you hadn't. A Dog's Purpose. Yeah. You might shed a tear or two, but it's really beautiful. Okay. Thank you, dear. Yeah, my show on Mondays at 2:00, Juno. Okay. I have time for a few more. Dylan, are you still here? So I'm going to read 3 names off, and if any of you are here, Dylan Ray, Clem Cadiddlehopper, and Anonymous 1. Put those right there so I can find them. Oh, Sandy Novak. Thank you, dear. You know, I can't keep anything in my brain more than a minute. Okay, so Sandy, there you go, hon. This is how you realize that it's never anything personal. It's just a mental deficiency. First time question. Yeah. What did I experience on the night of September 6th in my mind's eye? Was it real? Was someone trying to deceive me? Let's see here. You have a little bit more to that question. You think it was a psychic event. A stream of light came in through your head and out the bottom of your body. I saw something with many independent eyes, and it said it was an Arcturian. Arcturian. Let's see about that. Hi, Anonymous. Okay, you're here. Clem is here. Okay, got those two. What was going on that night for Sandy? I feel the energy in your head. I feel it like it went through, like in the forehead or something. You said it came through my head. Feels like it went right into the third eye area. What was happening? Who was that? What was that? You're welcome, Sarah. I hope that helped. Feels like a high energy. Like in my head, it feels like the vibration doesn't feel very earthy. It feels like a higher light, higher vibration. That's just me. Been doing a chant of Reiki phrase. Yeah. Now, T-Lan says that things with multiple eyes she associates with seraphim angels. So many guys, all moving independent. This feels like an energy from space. Whatever. Wait a minute. I'm going to see. I'm going to use a different deck here for a second. Were you familiar with Arcturians? Why did that name come to you? Because I'm not sure that's who it is. It feels like it's an energy that has been working with you. Arcturians are because I don't know anything about all this, so I appreciate you guys giving us more info. Arcturians are the Nephilim, the angels of the seventh ray, ultraviolet ray. Okay. What made you think it was Arcturians? Level 3 Reiki Master, yeah. Because I feel like this is energy you worked with before already. It's not like new. It feels like a familiar energy. Oh, you sent it away. Yeah, I think it was. They were coming forth. This is like a gift of energy, Knight of Pentacles, like on the earth plane. They were working with you energetically. I feel like it's energy you already work with. I did get that so I get this card, Three of Pentacles. So that a lot of times means, people coming in to work with you, experts. So I'm going to say they were lifting they told you the Arcturians telepathically. Yeah. It was about healing. And they were kind of dipping your head in the light a little bit. Here's the hangman, but he's right side up. Look at your head, all energized. They were being helpful, I'm going to say. But it was a little scary. And so they do show me that you said, please go away. I don't know who you are. And are you trying to steal my energy? They weren't, though. They were trying to help. But I think the approach was a little weird. I'm going to think they were Arcturians. I don't know them personally, I don't think. It was about healing, though. It was about what you already do, but imbuing it with even more energy. I feel like you could work with them. Because I'll do Reiki, and then I'll also work with Jesus's energy at the same time. So I'll kind of combine them. Or sometimes I'll just work with Jesus' energy. Sometimes I'll just work with Reiki. But the reason I'm saying that is because this feels like the kind of thing you can do with these beings, these Arcturians. You can kind of work with them if you want to. And tell them, give me notice. Don't just drop in. That was a little nerve-wracking. Oh, Dolores Cannon talked about them too. And Beverly says they were clearing your 12th chakra. I feel like it was. I definitely get space brother energy because the energy is real. It feels very high vibrational. I do feel it in my head. I feel like it's positive. Hey, let me ask my rods if this is Arcturian. I'm really new at the rods, guys. It's just playing. We're just experimenting playing. So, like I said before, don't go selling the farm on something I told you about the rods. Hey, Pan. I don't know anything about Arcturians, but was that an Arcturian representative that was working with Sandy? It says yes. Was it an angel that was working with Sandy? No. So we really think it was space brother energy. Yes, we do, says Pan. Okay. Is this an energy that Sandy can work with in her healing work? Yes. So would she call on them as a partner or assistant? Yes. Could you just call them by Arcturian? Yes. Is there even a different, like a specific name too, maybe? Yeah. But the reason I asked that, because it feels like a specific one. Like, this is going to sound funny, but like assigned to you. Okay. Well, I was not expecting any of that. All right. Thanks, Sandy. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for bringing it to us. The question. And then I saw that Clem is still here, I think somebody said. Okay. So Clem is here. Great. Thank you, Mims. What about Anonymous? Or Dylan? So Clem's question is, what is my financial future? What is my financial future? Clem would like, Mr. Cadiddle Hopper would like to know. What cards? These. Okay. Anonymous is here too. Okay, Anonymous. Mononymous. They're both here, so is Dylan. Okay, you guys are next. You girls, guys, peoples, those in between. Right now, we're looking about a financial future for Clem. I feel like you might be. Well, let's see what the cards say. You're welcome, sweetie. Well, these are all pretty good cards. I pulled 3 for you, and let's see, and I'm listening. So what I heard when I listened was, well, it's not going to be too bad, actually. I don't feel like you're poor as a church mouse right now. You know, you don't feel like, broke or homeless or anything. I do feel like there might be some new partnership coming in, like a new opportunity, or maybe you've already heard about it. Some kind of a partnership, job opportunity, some new energy as far as work goes seems to be coming in. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. You know, what's my financial future? It's rolling. You know, there's fortune. Good. That's a good yes. That it's positive. Uh, Now, this Lovers, I heard before I drew this card that there might be some new partnership or some new opportunity coming. And then this card seems to confirm that. Also, I felt like your fortunes, your futures are on track to be good. And then the Wheel of Fortune seemed to confirm that. And then also you get the Six of Wands, which, you know, a happy homecoming, a happy ending. These all look good, Clem. Having said that, I don't see you on here. But if something comes around, look into it. Some new kind of thing that you weren't expecting or something. Don't let it just pass you by. Okay, I'm going to try to speed along so I can get a couple more. Thank you, Clem. Hope you were there. Hope that was helpful. Anonymous one would like to know. Hello, Mark. Hello, Anonymous. Do you see my youngest daughter moving back home anytime soon? Thank you. Anonymous, my youngest daughter moving. Can you, I might want to like to have her name. It's going to help me because I don't have your name either. So if you just give me your daughter's, hi, your daughter's first name. Do we see her moving back home soon? Natalie. Thanks, kiddo. Natalie. She's thinking about it. I think she'd rather not. If she would like to stand on her own 2 feet, but looks like she's having a little bit of trouble. I feel like just, you know, that it's expensive. So this is kind of her out on her own. She got the Hermit, and she's, you know, trying to be on her own, learning new things, looking into things. But this little Hermit's face is a little bit like, I might need a little. She moved with a friend to the big city. Okay. I might need a little bit of help. Look, it's a little more than I thought. It feels like expense. And it's not as, I'm a little out of balance. You know, you said she moved to the big city. It's not quite as easy to stay on top of it as I thought it would be. I might need a little bit of help. There's that 3 of Pentacles, you know, calling on helpers. Until I'm a little more financially independent. You know, she'd like this 9 of Pentacles energy, but it's not quite there. She kind of doesn't want to call it quits and come back. That's also that Hermit, kind of determined to try to the bitter end. But the final card I got is the Chariot. And look, they're up on their feet, ready to go. So that makes me think there is a possibility she might come back home. Yeah, I know, kiddo. So this might be a false start. So she might come back home, regroup, But ultimately, she's going to want to spread her wings a little bit. The fact that I got that chariot and the cats are up and moving. Here's the 10 of cups. Feels like she might come back home for a while to help her get a little more like money under her belt. Since we're doing these today. Thanks, Freestyle. It looked like we might be coming home to mom and dad for a little bit. Looks like we might. But don't tell her she was a failure or anything. I kind of get more of a yes than a no on that one. We'll see. Let me know. All right. Thank you, Anonymous. This is probably going to be my last one for today. It's a weird one. Hi, Dylan. Guys, I missed, tons of questions because we had like 50. Now I'm at 30. So, I'm so sorry. There was a lot that I really wanted to read on, too. It wasn't that I didn't want to because I saw lots of really interesting questions. So, thank you, sweetie. Anonymous, let me know if she comes home. Okay. Now, unless she all of a sudden gets a big job or something. Because I don't think the friend she went with is having much luck either. Okay. My question is, if werewolves exist. So when we're saying werewolves, we're talking about like, a hybrid energy that's human and animal, right? Maybe, just one at a time. Because also there's those things called dog men. Which, are those a werewolf too? Well, the sun would say a big O yes. Very weird. Werewolves. I don't think there's a ton of them. I do think it seems like that phenomenon was real. Is it now, though? Are they here now? I don't know about that. Or they weren't around for a while, but they might be coming back. Something like that. I say that because I get an upside down tower, kind of a downfall, but it's upside down, which means they may have recovered. A hangman. There was a pause. There was a time period. Cool. There was where they weren't around or we didn't notice them. But then this judgment card, which a lot of times is like a resurrection too. It's like coming back alive, renewed. So that makes me think there might be some here now. Very weird. Now I personally have never seen one. And I don't know. Is there anything else like them? Yeah, because, I've asked this before. There are these hybrid kind of things that, I don't know where they came from or what, that are part animal, part human. Now, I remember I told you guys on one video where I did a past life regression And the whole thing was about me being in Atlantis and them trying to make me part human, part animal. It was like a experiment where they kind of grafted it or something. And then it initially succeeded, where half of me was one thing, half of me was another. But then it didn't work. I mean, it got infected, or I died from it. At first, it seemed like it was going to work. Yeah, that's what I get. They hide. All those things hide, though, I feel like, because humans cannot be trusted. It's just fear. So they'd be on the defensive kind of, and they're still hiding. But I'm going to say yes. Very weird. Okay, I'm going to ask these two. Hey, Pan, you might know something about this because your image is a hybrid. Yep, I know. So are there like hybrid dogmen or werewolves? Is that a thing? Okay, yes. Are they on the earth currently? Yes, thank you. Are they around the world, like scattered around? Yes, because I get they're not just in one area. Okay, that's all I'm going to ask about that. Yeah, I did. When I was looking at that, Native American energy did come up. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. Sorry, guys, I couldn't hold it. We're about to end today. I did see that somebody asked a political question. I'm going to end on that. I've read on this before, but let's just look how the energy looks about the Oompa Loompa being inaugurated on January 20th. I know. Usually I can hold it, but I couldn't this time. I had 2 cups of coffee earlier. Yeah, that's my little buttercup. You probably saw her. And I'll show you. Let's take this off so you can look. Where's my baby? She has on her little, this is her little unicorn sweater. She don't like the hot part, but that she likes to be warm because it's been very cold and she has to go out to pee. She has her little sweater on. My little baby buttercup. Okay, so I want to know what's does Trump Ugh, I can't believe his name came out of my mouth. Is he inaugurated on January 20th? Let's just look at that again. I had so much fun with all you guys today. Around 300 of you. It was a lot of fun. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I always feel like I don't get enough reading done. Well, in general, the energy is so all over the place. Very chaotic, as far as I can tell. Like, there's still more earthquake, more volcano. It's just constantly bubbling and a shaking and a rocking and a rolling. And I feel like there's more of that to come. So the cards I got for this, when I ask about that, because one minute I'll get, no, it's no way in hell he's going to be inaugurated. Then the next I get, oh, he might be. So it's still like that all the time. But I got the Seven of Swords. That's the old, it's basically the traitor card. Stealing. There he is, stealing. Which, of course, if he is, he stole it, The Eight of Swords could be getting locked up instead. And the Five of Coins on the outside looking in. So, I don't know. None of those feel like big old giant positive yes. Do you? What do you guys think? I know I didn't get the Ten of Swords that time. What happened? But I did get the 7 and the 8. Neither one great. And the Five of Coins, also not great. Oh yeah, I can use the rods on that too. And also the Hermit came out. A little bit of spotlight on somebody. So that wasn't super definitive. I don't want him to be, of course. Yeah, the sentencing was a big nothing. I didn't even watch because I knew it was going to end up being nothing because he just gets away with everything. There's so many people who are enablers. It's just disgusting. So I don't know. Let's ask these and then I'm going to stop. Does 45 get inaugurated on January 20th, 2025? This says yes. Is the inauguration stopped on January 20th, 2025? No. Is Donald Trump the president of the United States in 2025? No, that says no, but see, that doesn't make sense. So how could he get inaugurated but then not be president? Is is the inauguration real? Because, you know, there's that thing where he's going to do that big old party. So is he just going to pretend? Does Donald Trump move into the White House in January of 2025? Okay, that's saying yes. I hate it. Does something unusual happen on January 20th besides the inauguration? Yeah. Yes. Is Donald Trump president in March of 2025? Is Donald Trump the president in March of 2025? So you're not answering. Is he the president in April of 2025? And now you say no. So that makes me feel like it's a false start. Like, because I keep getting it goes right up to the dang wire, right when you think it couldn't possibly, all is lost and it just couldn't possibly work, that then it does. So we'll see, guys. It's so frustrating. I didn't like those rod readings. All right. Yeah, like a faux inauguration. I'm wondering about something like that. There's some kind of weird, because, you know, he's having that big party or something the day before. Yeah, I'm not watching it. Oh, please, Lord. That's helping me. That helps me be a lot more centered, calm, a lot more positive, focused. Just not watching any of that baloney. I don't believe any of it. All right. Okay, guys. Well, we did a lot of different things today. I hope it was fun for you guys. I always want it to be fun if possible. Let's keep our arms around each other, keep our hands together. We're in this together. We're going to be fine. I still believe in the ultimate outcome being one that serves all of us to our highest good. When he goes, it's going to be just what he deserves. There will be a karmic return for him. Yeah. And I feel like it's going to be where we all see it. Yeah. Okay, guys. I love you all so much. And I'll see you again. I'm on again on Monday at 2:00. And we'll focus on animals on that day. Okay? See you guys later. I love you very, very much. Bye-bye. Got to go feed all my children.